Welcome to the installation of the cubby house pink color with the model number 14909. Now we start with the piece number 10, which is this one here, the shape there. Now whenever you can see a plastic ring like so, we put in a screw in. Now for this piece here we got 3, 1, 2 and 3. Now the golden rules for putting in the screw is make sure you put it in nice and tight like so, just enough to touch the plastic ring only. Do not over tight or under tight the screw there. As you can see there, just enough to touch the bottom of the ring only. Okay, and we do the third one on there as well for this piece. Next, we're going to put in the piece number 36 on the item list. As you can see, you can recognize by the 3 holes. Now the same thing, we're putting 2 screws on when you can see a plastic ring there. We got 1 there, also 1 there to tie it in for this piece. When you finish that, you also put 2 wooden dowels, 1 there and also 1 there on the other side, and the same thing we do it for the other side. Now the golden rules for putting the wooden dowel is make sure you hammer in only 60% in and leave 40% out like so. Throughout the procedure, make sure you only put 60% in and 40% out. Okay, and the same thing we put on the other side as well like so. Next we're doing on the piece number 23. As you can see there, you can recognize by the 3 middle holes there, and same thing we put 2 screws on the piece. As you can see there, 1 there and also 1 there, and the same thing, tied it in just enough to touch the plastic ring only, and now you got 2 pieces ready to assemble. Next you're going to put on the piece number 23, you turn around and you put in 1 wooden dowel there in that position. Next you line it up in this position, and then we put 2 locking devices in this one. Now you put 1 locking device there and also 1 locking device at the bottom, and now we put it in tightly in, and once you got it in, you turn the locking device in the clockwise position like so, and also on the bottom as well like that. Now next, in this position we're using a piece number 26, which is this piece here. With you can recognize by there's no hole in the middle. Now with this piece you put in 1 wooden dowel there on the side there, and also 1 on the other side as well, this end. Okay, next we got ready to put it in. Next we line it up in these positions. Now before we put in there, make sure we're putting 4 locking device there, 1 there, 2 there, 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom, 1 on this side, and so 1 on the bottom like so. Now once you put in the locking device in, we're ready to push it in. 1 there, also 1 on the bottom. Once you put in the locking device in, we turn the locking device in a clockwise rotation to lock it in. 1 there and also 1 on the bottom. And by now your piece should look like this. Now when you want to finish with this part there, we're going to put in the small locking device in. 1 there, 2 there and also 3 there on the back. Now every time we put it in, make sure it's actually lined up. The best way to do it is using the existing Allen key provided and put it in, make sure it's actually lined up, so later on the screw can be put in nice and easy. That's the best way to check like that. And we also put 1 big locking device there. Make sure the arrow is facing towards the hole there. 1 there, 2 there, and also 3 there. Once we finish this piece like this, we're going to turn it over. Now once we turn it over, the surface now looks like this. Once we turn it over, next we're going to put in the locking device. We put 1 there, 2 there, and also in the back here we also put 1 in the corner, 1 in the middle, and also 1 at the end. Now pay particular attention, make sure you put the arrow is facing towards the hole where it's gone in with the screw there. Make sure it's nice and straight. And now next we're going to put this panel in, the one with the hole in the middle. Next we put the panel in like so, and then we start using a flat screwdriver, and make sure it's nice and tight. It's very important that it's actually nice and tight before you turn the locking device clockwise rotation to lock it in. 1 there, 2 there, and also lock in 3 there. Now we turn the pieces 180 degrees over in this position. Next we put the pieces on top like that, and then we start locking in. 1 there, 2 there, and also 3 there in the clockwise rotation to lock it in. Make sure it's actually nice and tight. Lock in. Next we're putting in 3 screw in with a 50mm screw. 1 there, 2 there, 3 there. Before you put it in, make sure you also use this locking device to put in underneath there in this position. 1 in this corner, 2 there, and also 1 from the inside as well. And then we tightly screw it in and make sure it's nice and tight. Once you finish tightening up, you put in the handle number 24 on this side here like that, and then we also tie it in with a 50mm screw in like so. Once we put it up, the finished putting in the number 24, the whole piece at the moment should look like this. Once you finish with that, the whole piece should look like this, and make sure all the screw is nice and tight at this stage to prevent any fall off. So make sure everything is nice and tight. Double check one more time just to make sure everything is tight and fitted. Next, with the piece number 25, as you can see there in front of me, we put in also 1 screw in the middle like that. Next we're going to put this piece in the position. Next we will put the piece number 25 in here. First we have to prepare, we put in 2 wooden dowel, 1 there and also 1 at the bottom. And then next we put in a locking device there, and then we put in the piece like so. Once set it in, make sure it's nice and tight, and we turn the locking device clockwise direction to make it nice and tight. And then we put it in and we tighten with the locking nuts there. So by now that piece there with the piece, the whole lot should look like this. Now we're going to remove this piece and put it on the flat surface. Now we'll put this one flat on piece and it looks like this. Next we prepare this piece number 9. First we need to put in also 3 screws. Wherever you see the plastic ring, we put 1 screw there, 2 there, and also 3 there. So with this piece we do 3 screws and we get ready. Next we put a piece on like this positions. Okay, once we put it in, we put in the locking device there, 1 there, 2 there, 3 there, and make sure it's nice and tight first before we turn on, and lock this one in the clockwise position, like there, one there, tight it in 2, and also tight in 3. And now when you finish, we also put in a smaller locking device in there, one there, also 2 there, and also 3 on the bottom. And when you finish, you once again you're using the 50mm locking screw and tight it in like so. Now we tied it in 1 screw there, 2 screw, and also 3 screw there. And we do the same on this side, also 50mm screw, 1 screw there, 2 screw there, and also 3 screw there to lock it in. So by now the piece should look like that. Next we put the piece back in this position like that. Now we start with the piece number 19 and 20, which is a long slide, as you can see there. Now for each piece we also put in 3 screw there, 1 there, 2 there, and 3 there. And we do the same for the other piece as well.